Hey guys, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome to Let's Play Felix the Cat for the NES. Let's start the game, shall we? This was actually a game I meant to do earlier today, but for some reason I couldn't get the sound to work with the game. I've got it working now. Felix the Cat is a game we did for the Super LP Heroes race channel, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It's a very fun game, very easy game as well. Anyway guys, Felix can jump in the air, he can punch stuff as well, he can duck. These symbols here, if you collect 10 of them, you'll get upgraded. Your magic bag up in the top left corner there will be upgraded to another weapon. If you get a weapon and then you get another 5, you get a refill of energy, I believe. That's 2, that's 3, let's see, 4, 5. There's the milk, that upgrades and also gives you points. So, that's pretty much the basic core concept of the game anyway. You can punch enemies, and the hearts here represent upgrades. We go from a punch in order to like a magical shield, which is actually really good for the game. If you get hit, but you have an upgrade, you'll just lose the upgrade. You can upgrade 4 times, or I should say you can upgrade 3 times to a 4th weapon, which you won't see yet. And there's some milk where we can replenish our entire stock of energy. And just keep collecting all these Felix symbols. Obviously Felix is based off the cartoon from many years ago actually. Going to the magic bag here, we get these usually lead to shortcuts, but because this is level 1 I guess, this will just lead to a place where we can get a bunch more Felix tokens. But now we're actually fully upgraded, believe it or not. We now have the tank, which means we have everything we can get. This also one-shots everything but the bosses, I believe anyway. I don't think it doesn't do anything less than full damage. Collect those to get everything, and you will gain points for the more hearts you have. The hearts, which obviously represent your magic and power, will go down throughout the level, and if it goes entirely down, it will drop a level in magic as well. So you'll go from the tank to the car, and then from the car to the magic shield stars, and then from that to the basic boxing glove thing. But you have more than enough time really in order to get 5 Felix tokens in order to get a refill of everything. So you've never really got to worry too much. But yeah, this is a interesting game. It's rather short as well. You can get through the game pretty quickly if you want to. I'm not going to go too fast for the game. If you're fully maxed out and you manage to get 10 Felix tokens, then you'll get an extra life instead, as you just saw. I believe you also get an extra life if you get 100 Felix tokens anyway, so you can actually get a lot of lives in this game. Take care of this guy. Those things usually require 2 attacks, unless you have the tank, obviously. Unfortunately, this thing arcs, which is my only real issue with it. The car is arguably the best weapon to use in the game, simply because it shoots straight in front of you instead of around you. Sorry, instead of shooting in front of you, it shoots in an arc, which is unfortunately quite annoying. And round 3. The music's pretty nifty as well. It's nothing great, but it's okay. Get an extra life. I wouldn't really say this game is difficult. It takes a bit of getting used to the controls and stuff, and Felix is a little bit on the slippery side, so be careful with that. Show off some more here. Get a bit of everything there. Managed to refill the tank's power. Come on. I love the noise that it makes when it shoots. It's very Atari. 3 extra lives already. We're swimming in extra lives right now. I don't think I'll be keeping on to the onto the tank forever. I'm not that good. And you also get different weapons for depending on what type of level you're in. Because it's not just these basic get to the end levels. There are some other level types. But we get our first boss here. Very easy. Just stand here and keep shooting him occasionally. He does have invincibility frames, so you won't be able to constantly keep hitting him though. There you go though, first boss beaten. Piece of cake. And after the boss, you'll have to just end the level. It doesn't actually end itself, so... And that's the first world beaten. Time for World 2. This level is interesting. You just basically gotta keep pressing the jump button in order to keep afloat. My advice here, just stay to the top. Kinda cheating, but it's how I know how to do the level. The cannons are the only thing you've got to worry about now. Really nothing to worry about here. I'm actually gonna use this. Because why not? I want to see what's in it. And yeah, if you're in one of these levels, you'll upgrade from an umbrella to a blimp. After the blimp, you can only upgrade it once more, and I believe it's to a it's to like a it's a plane. I can't explain why that was so hard for me to get out. Careful of that one there, just go back a little bit. You can't see him, but Felix is usually dead center. As soon as you see this big pyramid, drop down, come back over, and there you go. That's the end of the level. Simple as that. And this won't be a long Let's Play either. It'll be 3 parts, I think. Something like that. 3 at most 4, but I'm thinking 3. But because we're going back into a ground stage, I guess you could call it, it reverts back to the tank, so... As I said, the game is not hard at all. There's a couple of dick moments here and there, but the game overall is not that difficult. When you see the other bag here, this will take you a bit further into the level, which is what I'm going to do. You know, we skipped out about a quarter of the level, maybe. Good for racers, I guess. And speed tactics. Oh, damn it, I got hit. As you saw there, I also lost my tank, so need another 10 to get it back. Oh, I need to get to the closest 10 mark. I don't actually have to collect 10 from that point. As you saw, I only actually had to collect 1 in order to upgrade again. Oh, damn it, it happened again. Yeah, the car shoots straight in front of you, so it's actually easier to work with it. But yeah, basically all you're doing here is trying to save Felix's girlfriend. Very, very basic stuff. And let's get that tank again. I actually, as I said, prefer the car, but just to make my life a bit easier in this Let's Play, we're going with the tank for the most part. Oh, damn it, even when I try and avoid it, I still get that. Excuse me. Sorry if I hurt your ears there with my coughing, but can't be helped. And just to manage to avoid getting hit by that, you can actually land on the enemies. Not like that, but you can actually land on the enemies and use them as platforms, but it's kind of wonky how it works, so I wouldn't always recommend trying to do that. This guy can be a little bit annoying with the way he shoots, but just be careful and you should be fine. Stay in the corner and you'll be okay, I guess. Just stay ducked. As you can see, I've kind of lost a couple power-ups, but never mind. There we go, beat him. He's only difficult because I can't always tell when he's going to shoot his gun. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's another level down. That's 2 worlds down really quickly, actually. We should be able to get to the end of World 3, I believe, before the end of the part. There are 9 worlds in the game, but they don't all have 3 levels. You're doing well, Felix, but soon your game will be over. Click. And Felix summons his magic bag to him with his Jedi Force, I guess. Excuse me. Well, I really need to get this sorted out. Right, get an upgrade. Back to the car. Unfortunately, there are a couple areas where you can't really see below you, so just try and be careful of those. Let's get in there. Alright, I don't think I can upgrade more than once in those rooms, which is why I didn't stay in there. And get some more. You know, because I'm just basically trying to farm lives while I can. It gets a little bit harder as the game goes on. By that I mean trying to farm lives. There aren't as many Felix tokens come the next few worlds. There's still quite a lot, but not as many. So this is actually a pretty easy game overall, so... Also, you can get a complete refill if you get the heart, and you've got the tank anyway, so... you don't always have to rely on those milk bottles. So just get that, so we've got another one. But we're not doing too bad, we're just over 10 minutes in, we're going to be entering stage 3-2, and we have 10 lives, we're doing pretty well. Also we've got a tank, so we're completely maxed out at the moment. Going pretty well. Careful here, because there's a, jump straight over that, don't jump on it, because there's a turret right there. Not a turret, sorry, a cannon. Using the wrong word. Got my, a little bit of energy back there. Excuse me. Be careful, because jumping off is easily one of the only ways to really screw up in this game. When you're trying to make the platform and you just completely miss it. And got another extra life. We're doing really well actually with lives. Unfortunately, the only issue I have with the game is that occasionally things will off-screen you. Not very often, but occasionally. And yeah, you can attack the cannons, but with the arc that the tank has, it's really not easy to do unless you're at a far enough distance. I wonder what my score is going to be when we finish the game. Anyway guys, level 3-3, and you can see probably we're going to enter another flying level. My advice for this one, stay at the top for the first part. As soon as you come to a wall, you want to drop down. Like this wall right here. Just drop down. Be careful not to get hit. There should be a magic bag coming up in a moment, so I'm going to go for that. Hopefully I'll get there in time before this power-up runs out. Alright, get in the bag. Get the upgrade. And now we actually have the best flying weapon we can have at this point. It's also, I am not sure, but I think it's a little bit faster as well. As you can see there, we can actually, as I said, shoot the cannons. For the next part, as I said, the first part of this level, stay to the top, second half, stay at the bottom. Could really do getting a bit of milk actually here. Yep, there we go. Got a refill, thankfully. I'm going to be entering the boss momentarily. There's usually 4 tokens in these boss battles as well, so you can get a refill if you need it. Stay as far away from me as you can. The plane actually has a good range for attacking the enemies, and as you can see there, we beat the boss pretty easily. And we'll exit the level in the next part, but until then guys, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll continue with the game next time. Until then, have a good night.